Okay. Good evening. I would like to call the Select Board meeting of March 27th, 2023 to order. Patrick or John, has the meeting been officially properly warned?
Yes, it has.
Thank you. Okay, so first order of business is to swear in our new Select Board and re-elected Select Board members. So if you would both follow me over there. Or meet me over there. You can go that way, that's fine.
Over there is
Just sort of down there.
I, Franz
Elizabeth
Reichsman,
Do solemnly affirm
do
do solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
execute the duties
execute the duties
of Select Board member
of
of
Select
Board
Board
member
member
for the town of Brattleboro
the
the
town of Brattleboro
for the period
for the
for the
period
period
to which I have been elected
to which
I
I
have been elected,
and will therein
and
and
will
will
therein
therein
do equal right
do
equal right
and justice
and justice
to all people
to all people
in the best of my judgment
in the best of my judgment
and ability
and ability
according to law,
according to law,
under the pains
under
under
the
the
pains
pains
and penalties of perjury.
and
and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations.
Hey, Liz, hi.
And if you would sign that, please, and that one, you can do it over here. That's just what we just
Yeah.
said. Thank you. So I am going to take nominations for chair in the order that they are received. Once we hear all nominations, we'll close nominations. There will be an opportunity for discussion. If there is more than one nominee, we will vote on them in order that they are received. And once one nominee gets 3 votes of the Select Board, that's a majority, and that person will become chair. Once that person becomes chair, I will step away, and the chair will take over and go through that process for vice chair and for clerk. Are there any questions on that process? Okay. That being said, are there any nominations for chair of Select Board? Daniel?
I would like to nominate Ian Goodnow, Esquire.
Okay. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none?
No.
Is there any objection to closing nominations?
Fine with me.
Okay, any discussion?
Yes.
You know, I would just like to say that I think Ian's done a really good job in the last year. It's been a very challenging year, and I think he's done a good job in meetings, and I've also seen him do a good job in the other ways in which the chair works. So thank you for your work, and I hope to see you do it for one more year. Thank you, Daniel. Unless something very strange happens. Just
I just want to say that I have every confidence in Ian's ability and dedication to doing this job well.
And I echo those remarks. And while everyone says it's such a challenging year, it seems like every year's a challenging year. But I appreciate Ian's grace under fire.
Thank you all very much.
All right, so, all in favor of Ian Goodnow as chair, say aye, or
Aye.
raise your hand.
Aye.
I
Okay, looks like it's 5-0. Congratulations, Ian, and I will step away. I'll leave this for you.
Hillary, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Where do you sit now?
I'm gonna go to the public. Yep.
Great. Thank you all very much for the kind words. I'm really excited to be the chair of the 2023-24 Brattleboro Select Board. Let's get us a vice chair. So everyone feels comfortable with the procedure still, and I will open nominations for the vice chair. Liz?
I nominate Franz Reichman to be vice chair.
Liz nominates Franz Reichsman to be vice chair. Are there other nominations? Daniel?
I nominate Elizabeth McLaughlin to be vice chair.
Thank you very much, Daniel, but I decline.
Okay.
Okay, Liz is declining the nomination, so we still have one nomination. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, is there any objection to closing nominations? Seeing none, okay, discussion on the nomination. Anybody? No? Okay. Great. And Fish, Peter, I apologize. Do you, I want to make sure that you're heard if you want to speak.
No, I'd like to call the question.
Thankfully, no calling the question on
Pretty
this one.
easily done.
Yes. Okay, so in that case, all those in favor of Franz Reichsman as the vice chair of the Brattleboro Select Board, say aye.
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 That's going to carry 5-0. Congratulations, Franz.
Well, thank you, Ian. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate this. It wasn't something I really had thought about much, but I have to say it feels right.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to working with you in the leadership and working with this full new board. We've got a lot of really important work to do this year, and I have full confidence in our ability to execute that work for the town of Brattleboro. So now I will take nominations for the clerk of the board. Vice Chair Reichsman.
Thank you, Chair Goodnow. I would like to nominate Peter Case as clerk of the Brattleboro Select Board.
Excellent. Franz has nominated Peter for clerk of the board. Are there any further nominations? Okay, seeing none, is there any objection to closing nominations? No? All right, any discussion?
Yes, I'd like to
Yes.
speak to my nomination.
I guess I'm seeing how this is going to go this year.
Hey, man, I'm new at it. Well, really, just that Peter's claim to fame is his communication skills. I think it's entirely fitting that he take on this role on the Select Board for the coming year.
Excellent. Any other discussion?
Yes.
Yeah, Daniel.
I think it's worth pointing out that in this case, it'll be making sure that the minutes accurately reflect what happened in the meeting as opposed to something else.
Drafting
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Any
As opposed
other?
to writing an op-ed, I guess.
Yeah.
He gets that.
Yeah, good.
Any other discussion?
No.
No? All right. In that case, all those in favor of Peter Case as the clerk of the Brattleboro Select Board, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Peter, I didn't get a vote on you. Yep.
Aye. Sorry.
That
That's
was good to vote for you.
also going to carry 5-0. Congratulations, Peter. Okay, so in that case, we have completed agenda item 3B, election of officials. So we'll move on to agenda item 4, which is public participation. This is where I usually say you can speak on things that aren't on the warned agenda, but we don't have much of an agenda. So I think if you'd like to speak on anything this evening, you're more than welcome. If you want to just step up to the mic and identify yourself and where you're from for the record, that'd be much appreciated. Oops.
Hi, I'm Paula Melton. I live in West Brattleboro. I'm also a District 1 representative for Representative Town Meeting, and I serve on the Finance Committee of that body. I want to congratulate the new Select Board members and thank all of you for your commitment and service to the town. I know that you do good work and hard work, and I appreciate it. So, and Franz, I'm hoping that more people learn to pronounce your last name properly. So, I introduced the following non-binding resolution at Representative Town Meeting on Saturday, and it passed with very strong support. We call on the Select Board to develop and implement a dedicated community engagement process for allocating American Rescue Plan Act funds before any further funds are spent. The process should be transparent and equitable and should build in accountability for responding to the public will. So I just wanted to unpack the wording a little bit and tell you a little bit more what was behind my thinking and what I think the body was supporting. So first, develop and implement. So I'm hoping you can talk explicitly together and find time on the agenda, which I know has been a struggle, about how you will hear and respond to public comments. And then, of course, follow through on what you decide. So the word dedicated, My hope is that public forums will be hosted outside of regular select board meetings because they are always packed with critical, time-sensitive issues, as they should be. So ARPA funds are quite limited, actually. I mean, it seems like this big thing and it's special, but it is only a couple $1 million. So I know not everybody's going to get their dearest wish, but I believe that a dedicated process to discuss it could also provide direction for future priorities when we do other projects and spending. So before any further funds are spent, so a small amount has already been allocated for new firefighter hires. And I guess just to act in the spirit of this resolution, which of course is non-binding, you could borrow from the ARPA fund for the new hires and then just replenish the fund. So the word transparent, I put in there, I honestly think that the board and the town staff do a really good job with transparency. I am proud of that in our town, non-disparagement agreements notwithstanding. But I wanted the word transparency to emphasize the need to be explicit about the process so that we know exactly what to expect and when to expect it. And then the word equitable is there, and to me that means having multiple meetings at different times of the day and week, considering things like childcare, sustenance, having an accessible gathering space, having virtual meeting options, and in particular, going out of our way to intentionally invite and include in the conversation communities that have historically been marginalized and left out of public processes and spending decisions. So that's what was behind that word. And then build in accountability for responding to the public will. What I hope is that the process you develop and implement makes clear how everyone's diverse thoughts and opinions and needs will be not only heard and listened to, but also acted on. And I hope you can publish a schedule of follow-up reports and participation opportunities that will take place after the initial public comment process concludes. So my thought is, you know, you shouldn't have to carry this single-handedly, like facilitating all these meetings and stuff. So I'm hoping that you will be able to procure services to facilitate these meetings. And I just want to mention that, you know, when decision makers do early and effective community engagement, they prevent anger and hurt feelings. They reduce the chance that their decisions are going to reinforce systemic inequities or lead to some kind of organized backlash, which ends up, you know, upsetting people and slowing everything down. So it's not just the right and democratic thing to do, but it ultimately saves time and it mitigates political risk for elected officials. So thank you for listening and congratulations.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you very much, Paula. Yeah, and new and old board members, I think it's always kind of frustrating with a public participation where, you know, we don't get to really speak much on a public participation comment because it's not a warrant item. But I will just say that we really appreciate that additional information. And I think the board has a lot to think about and unpack from RTM and this new board, you know, in moving forward with lots of priorities, ARPA being one of them. There's going to be lots of discussion as we move forward with that item. Are there other public participation people who want to participate in the public? I'm looking to
Nobody in the Zoom.
No one in Zoom? Anybody else in the room? No? All right, board. In that case, I would entertain one motion.
I'd like to move, Mr. Chair, that the meeting be adjourned.
Great.
I would like to debate that. Am I allowed?
No, the motion is non-debatable.
Okay, so Franz has made a motion to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Peter says aye too. Carries 5-0. We adjourn the Brattleboro Select Board meeting. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.